and it's a DevOps Days. I like DevOps Days. Anyone like DevOps Days? Who's ever been to a DevOps? Yeah? Yeah? Who's ever been to an open space? Who's looking forward to having conversations with other human beings? Anyone? Yeah? Let's do this. All right. So this is an alternative title, which is even more amusing because I don't even drink anymore. But so who's ever had to gather water? Yeah? Anyone ever had to like walk miles with water? Anyone ever had a well? What would your life be like right now if you had to spend, I don't know, 4 hours a day making sure your family had water? Even 2 hours or 1 hour. Like, we kind of take for granted, I take for granted, that I can drink water, right? That changed a lot over time, but there's still places on this planet where you have to carry water, right? There's probably still places where you have to SSH into servers. It's going to be fine. So I made a little agenda. I'm not promising to stick strictly to this agenda, but I just wanted to put it up there so you guys have an idea what we're going to do today. Now, Nashville is a very special place, and as Nick already said, it's special to me because in some ways my DevOps journey starts in Nashville. And there's other people that I know that live here, and there's actually kind of a vibrant community around some of these things. I know there was a comment earlier about trying to build up this community, to build up this conversation, but I feel like there's always this kind of nucleus, and I feel this is true about lots of places. Right? There's talent everywhere, and that's another talk, and I gave it, and he referenced it earlier, and you should go watch it. It's really good online. But for me, Nashville, and I probably wouldn't have come to speak at DevOps Days if it wasn't in Nashville. So I came because it's like Nashville, so it's kind of like this seminal part of DevOps to me because in many ways, the journey that was Puppet, the journey was DevOps started with a lot of conversations for me here, right? And a lot of ideas that are in that kind of initial or the generation of tools around configuration management. Like Luke had hours of configuring, Solaris servers in Nashville before he started working on CF Engine and then Puppet and whatever. So Nashville, and you guys have a beautiful place, right? It's a nice place to live. You guys, I don't know, this guy looks skeptical. So I just wanted to thank Nashville for having me here, because it's definitely a special place. And by the end of it, I want everyone to realize that you could do anything anywhere, right? Like in 2016, and really going back a decade now, you basically have everything you need to build Google, to build Twitter, to build Facebook, to build Puppet, right? You have that. You have it right now because we have the internet, right? And we're in Nashville, and I know I have the internet because I used it this morning in this building, right? So no excuses. Yes. All right, so I'm going to introduce myself just a little bit. It was already talked about, so I'm just going to go really fast. But I did a lot of startup stuff, and I did I did 2 venture-funded startups before I got involved with Puppet. Then I did some OpenStack stuff, and I've been really focused on like this evolution of high-performing teams and how that interacts with processing. Even before I started anything to do with configuration management, that's always been my fascination. I did some writing for O'Reilly around web operations. I've been doing DevOps Days and Blossy going back to 2000 because they pay for me to fly on planes to Nashville.